Sri Vinas to come on stage to present his Icebreaker speech, Speechless. Speechless, Sri Vinas.
Sri Vinas.
My dad, my uncle, and me, we were standing at a bus stop right opposite my house in New Delhi about 20 over years ago. At the bus stop there was a heated argument. My dad said, I want you to do engineering. And my uncle was supporting him. I wasn't interested. Somehow I wasn't interested for a few reasons. Number one, I felt there were too many engineers in India. Number two, there are too less girls in engineering classes. Number three, my favorite friends and girls were indifferent. They were in arts, commerce and biology. I'm like, I don't mind taking biology. I'll go to medical line. And these two were standing there. And in those arguments, when I tried to speak up, I couldn't. I was young, inexperienced. That was my dad. You don't shout or yell at your dad in the middle of the street. Somehow, I have learned that part. And I remember that day, that when I tried to defend myself, my ambition, my dream, or my future, I was shot down. Not once, not many, but few times. And one of the reasons was, you can't even speak English properly. You can't even form a sentence properly. How can you make a decision for your life? Logic, but no logic. And that day, I stood there speechless. Somehow deep down in my heart, I was like, I will not remain the same person after a certain number of years. I will not be the same person after 5 or 10 years. I will be different. And I would not stay helpless or speechless. Time passed. I did what I was supposed to do. But somehow, when I came out of my family, I mixed with friends and we started meeting up to learn speaking. And that's where my passion for speaking started. I met friends who were teachers. We taught people. We didn't just teach people in normal schools. We formed and joined an NGO and we taught the kids of leprosy patients, where people are scared to walk in. We entered leprosy's families' homes, sat with those kids, and we taught them. We did something like youth leadership program for those kids during their school holidays. And that's where I start to see how those kids changed. I'm not sure about Malaysia, but in India, if you have leprosy, you are kicked out from community, you're kicked out from your family, you're even kicked out from your closest father, mother, brother, sister. They don't care. You are out forever. And I was to be with those kids. And I realized the power of words. I realized that when I spoke, they were inspired. Because somebody came, a group of people who had no clue, and spoke to them things and gave them dreams. Little did I realize that giving them dreams, I started dreaming. And that's when I realized something. My friends told me, you talk too much. I'm like, really? No. He said, let's count. Among 4 of us, you will be the one who will talk the most. Even there are girls, you will talk more than them. And today I agree because my wife reminds me every other day the same thing. That I talk more than anybody else. And I realized that that is my strength. I talk and talk and talk. But over the time, I wanted to join a place where I wanted a free audience. I joined Toastmasters, where I get to talk, and after that they have nice things to say, like Uncle Paul gonna say later. And they are looking for people to come and speak at times. But over the time I realized that people change. I remember a time where I was sitting in this meeting at Toastmasters, one of the Toastmasters club in Sagambu, Tanchong. And among that there's one girl, I've never met her, I don't remember her, and she was asked to do a table topics. A person who just became a member of University of Malaya Toastmasters Club, just graduated as a doctor. She walked on the stage and the topic was, who is your role model? And I was general evaluator, so I was as usual making notes. And she addressed to me, I said, nodded her, and I continued writing. And he said, you. I put my pens down, I said, what do you mean by me? He said, when you came to our club and I was a guest, you spoke, not a speech, but you were something you were doing. And I remember I was a G a month ago in UM. And she said, that day I decided I want to be Toastmaster. And I looked at her, okay, and I looked at the friend, I don't remember her at all. Because there were like 40 people sitting there in UM, and I don't remember seeing her face at all. And I know I didn't shake her hands. But then I came back home and realized that that's what it makes a difference. So my desire now is from speechless become scriptless, where I can stand and speak and inspire, because words can give power. Not forgetting that Ralph Waldo Emerson said, all great speakers were once bad speakers. So my desire is from speechless become scriptless. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM, three winners, for sharing with us how you become from speechless to become scriptless. I believe you. Gung ho, very gung ho. And